Welcome everybody. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Today is Thanksgiving Day in America. It's a Thursday morning. Just going to do a short IRL this morning before I head over to my daughter's house for Thanksgiving. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful day here. If you're in the U.S. or if you're in the military serving overseas, celebrating our Thanksgiving Day that we have here in America, of course. Watching what channel is this? Documentary History Channel. Of course, I can't put the sound on or show you what I'm watching, but pretty cool here. They are showing some king tigers and yak tigers. Pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, it is Thanksgiving Day. I'll see if I can see the chat here while I do. I'm just going to do some tinkering around in the new studio. I'm not done yet. I need to run my internet and some of the power strips and such. This table is going to be my main blogging table and live feeds and such, live shows, which I plan on doing. Here we go. So I figured out how to bring up my channel and the chats. So we'll have that available. Okay, mute that. Don't want to see that, of course. Yeah, so I did pick up some things. Charging stations, plug-in stations, charging stations, everything electronic takes either USB or C type connectors, so I want to make sure I have more than enough of those to charge up all my batteries for cameras and such. And those who follow my channel, happy Thanksgiving golf for me too. Yeah, it was something I never took up as a hobby, was golfing. I'm left-handed, but I golf like a right-hander. And in the summers, I'd go visit my dad. My parents were divorced. I'd go visit my dad in Ohio, and I'd grab out his clubs, because he's right-handed, and hit the ball. My dad said I had a good swing. And I've been to driving ranges and such, but I just never really took it up. I have enough hobbies as it is. Another power strip, power station. What is this? Another one. Black Friday sales had a lot of this good stuff on sale. And a cable management system for under the table. So that'll work. This showed up at like 5:30 this morning from Amazon. Amazon's like 8 miles from my house. It's not very far away. The warehouse is, that is. I have to get all my paints organized, and that will happen. I got another stack of kits here I gotta organize, put away. Just trying to think of what I'm gonna do next here. I'm kind of surprised with this stream. I can't take my camera and put it in like a wide angle mode. It won't let you do it. Oh, you're very welcome about the Millennium Falcon. I'm not quite done with mine yet. It's sitting over here on the table to my left. And I have 2 packs to complete. But I need the room. My workbench is kind of small over there in the old studio. And I got plenty of room here to do it. I'm just not set up for it yet. But I still may go ahead and film some of it over there. But you're welcome for the help. I hope that my videos are helpful. I have a new build that I've started, which is the LaFerrari, and I'm trying to put in that much needed help for that kit also, because the instructions for that can be a little confusing. They're good instructions, just some spots may be a little confusing. So I'm going to be off camera here to do some things over here where my paints are. Yeah, so I'm waiting for some kits to arrive in the mail. Some that I pre-ordered the new Bandai Star Wars kit, right? The one we've all been waiting for. That's on its way. It's probably going to be here Monday, maybe sooner, maybe tomorrow or Saturday. A couple years ago, when we had the Phoenix Coyotes NHL hockey team in Phoenix, I went up there with my wife and I and a good friend. We went up there to watch a game, and it was Shane Doan's retirement ceremony there too. So that was very cool because you know, they had during the halftime they had his retirement ceremony. A lot of celebrities and athletes showed up for that. And for that game, we all got Shane Doan bobbleheads at the game. This is, I would say, the minor league version of that. This is from the Tucson Roadrunners. And 1450 AM Tucson gave away a bobblehead of the Shane Doan retirement. So now I have both. Even though I didn't go to that game, I got this bobblehead. My wife found it at a thrift store. She likes thrifting. That's her new big hobby. I don't mind it because this is my hobby here, and she doesn't complain about it. She's fully supports my hobby, but I support her thrifting. Mainly jewelry. She likes shopping for jewelry, so that's cool on her part. And Black Friday sales are upon us. Gallery, head over to Gallery and check out the sales they're having for their airbrushes. They have that brand new airbrush that you can have custom made for yourself, custom colors, the size needle that you would like. They'll even engrave what you want on it. So that's a really cool new airbrush that they came out with. Get rid of some of these boxes. I have a lot of stuff boxed up, my lights and power strips and such. So need to figure out what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. Yeah, some decals over here, some photo etch I don't want to kind of taken care of here. Recent purchase from Two Bobs Aviation Graphics. These are water slide decals. You can order them online through Facebook now. He has a website too, I believe. Let's see here. twobobs.net. Yes. And his email is modelbuilder@twobobs.net. But this is the Back from the Dead F-117 stealth fighter in 1/48 scale. So last year I saw photographs from different airports throughout the U.S. showing these babies flying. I thought they were all retired, but apparently they aren't. So that's what that kind of looks like there. But I recently went to the Stafford Air and Space Museum in Oklahoma, Weatherford, Oklahoma. I used to drive by it all the time on the way to my dad's house or on the way to the Chili Bowl in Tulsa. Never stopped, never took the time to stop to check it out. But my trip back home from Wonderfest, I stopped in there, and wow, impressive. He has an F-117 in there. It's beautiful. And I plan to go back because they were building another section of the museum on there. It wasn't open yet. Big building too. So I know they've got more in store for everybody in that museum. But that's a great tribute to Stafford, General Stafford, who was a Gemini and Saturn astronaut. So I just have some photo etch here, 1/700 of the Akagi, a couple of detail sets, 1/700, tiny stuff here. Somehow I ordered 2 of them. When you get to be my age in your 60s, you forget you ordered it in the first place and you order it again. So that's what I did. And then I have 1/350 scale jack stays. Just standard jack stays for this ship. And then this decal sheet is from Warbird Decals, and it's the Thunderbirds version of the F-35. Will we ever see a Thunderbirds version of the F-35? Are they just going to stick with the F-16? I would like the F-35s made into the Thunderbirds. I think it's overdue, way overdue, to have that airframe as a Thunderbird. But I don't know, maybe it's because of the stealth technology that's on that. You really can't paint over it or put any kind of decals or any kind of wraps over that for it to be stealthy still, right? So, because technically the F-16s that are Thunderbirds can go right into combat if needed. But would this allow for that? So this hypothetical Thunderbirds decals for the F-35. I thought that was cool. I want to paint one up like that. I have a couple kits where I can do that. And then the other decals I got from Two Bobs is the hijack on Jacks on Cavation. Good afternoon from Looney Tunes, Maryland. I lived close to Maryland when I was in West Virginia. I was actually working in Harper's Ferry for a little bit, for about a year. I had to work there before I retired. But going on. So this is the Bell Color Vipers F-16s. And Two Bobs came out with this decal sheet. It has wonderful tail art. That's why I got it. So got the tail art there going on. He explains the decals here. Nice. One of them has Aviano tail markings, AV. Aviano Air Base was like a second home to me when I was in the Air Force. Used to be TDY there a lot from Germany. And then we have the Harrier AV-8B Yuma Nightmares, they call it, from Two Bobs. Wonderful set of decals for that, for the Harriers that are stationed over there in Yuma, Arizona. The Marine Corps Harriers. Very cool. This time of year in Yuma gets very busy with all the snowbirds. Everybody from back east wants to come out and dry out for the winter. So they come and visit us here in Arizona. Yuma, Quartzsite, even here in Tucson. They camp out for months and months until it starts getting warm again. Then they exit out. So that's what that's about. Just a box here of tiny photo etch for ships and such. Move that out of the way. I'm so disorganized. So disorganized. I'm so disorganized, I don't even know what I did with that bobblehead. What did I do with it, Steve? Oh, it's over here? No? There you go. That's my age showing again. And lastly on the table, I want to raise this table up just a tiny more. But the last thing on here is a Captain Cardboard X-Wing. Okay, so this is studio scale X-Wing, Atomic City or Captain Cardboard T65 X-Wing. I did a review of that on my channel. If you search my channel, you should be able to find this review. All resin kit from Captain Cardboard. And hello, Mike. Happy Turkey Day. Like I said, I'm just going to do a little short one today until I head over to my daughter's for Thanksgiving. They're doing all the cooking today. I am taking green bean casserole and yams over there. Bought a little toy for her cats. They should go crazy over this stupid thing. Speedy Sprint Ball. Can't forget it. I need to leave it where I can see it so I don't forget it. But yeah, what did I do with that ball? Oh, here it is. Here's that bobblehead. Okay. Shane Doan, NHL, retirement. So I got two of these. I got one from the NHL game and one from the Roadrunners game when he retired. I got these lights here. They kind of display the part work cars. And I don't know if I can just plug them in all the time and the lights will still work. or they just work without being charged, because when you plug them in, they're rechargeable. So I can turn them on where they stay on, but they'll shut off automatically after a few seconds. But that's what that looks like. Probably have to come up with some kind of lights for the top a little bit later. And you can see my stack of kits over here. This is just a small portion of kits I want to have available for reviews and builds. I have so many more, which I do plan on selling. So we're going to figure that out, because a lot of your jewelry people sell on YouTube, and that's how they do it. They get the YouTube views, and they have live. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be live, but it could be first come, first serve for whatever you're at, whatever I'm asking for that kit. I may do some as a bidding type thing, but I'm also going to do some giveaways too. You're from 15 minutes from Harper's Ferry. Yeah, beautiful area. I used to like that. Up there on top of the, looking over the Shenandoah, there's a microbrew up there. We used to go up there and get a beer and look down at the river. That was cool. When my wife came out to visit, because she wasn't with me when I was working out there for a year, but when she came out to visit, we'd go for a drive down there along the river, and I was showing her all the, little owners' partials along the river that people bought, and they own that little beachfront right there along the river. That's very unique. I've never seen anything like that before. That was cool. But so beautiful down there. She loved it. And of course, I took her into Fredericksburg, and there's a lot of thrift and antique shops there. She loved that too. And we went to Baltimore, went to a crab house outside of downtown Baltimore area, kind of in a rough area, but that crab house was unbelievable. Wonderful food. I miss having seafood over there. So that's cool. I received the latest IPMS journal. This is fantastic. This highlights all the IPMS nationals, but the cover photo is the 1916 USS Arizona from Gene Berger. And wow, there's a full article about how he built that, mostly scratch built. He used the 1/200 trumpeter kit as a base, but he said most of the parts were put in the spares bin from that build, and he scratch built everything. I haven't finished reading the article. I'm just so amazed. And then the other article here is about the Gemini rocket that was on display. It was a cutaway. The Gemini airframe is a Titan II airframe. I used to work on those. In my 20s, I worked on the engines and the airframe out here at Davis-Monthan. We had 18 silos in the ground down here. And one of them is still a museum in Green Valley. You can go out there and visit the museum. I'm going to be filming out there too. I have membership, so I can go out there. I have to get an appointment for the Pima Titan II Museum in Green Valley. Pima Air Museum, you don't need an appointment. I can go there anytime too. I have a membership to that. I also have a membership to the Military Vehicles Museum, brand new museum right beside Pima Air and Space Museum. And I'm going to go out there too. They have a heavy Patton tank. I forget what they call it. It's the heavy version of the Patton tank. The real big one has the big gun on it. They have that sitting out front of the museum. Plus they have an Iraqi T-55, I believe, sitting out there too. I don't know where they got that from. Maybe they got that from Davis-Monthan, because there's a few of them on base, because the A-10 tank buster squadrons brought them back as trophies, set them up in front of their squadrons there at Davis-Monthan. So those are really cool. So I need to raise this up maybe one more, this table up one more area. I want it to be just a little higher. Move this so I can see it. Just full of 3D printed kits over here. Here's the magazine. I need to read that. Okay. But it's getting there. Could you actually see that lit up on the camera? Oh yeah, that works good. So I see what I can do to make them stay on permanently. Yeah, I just finished watching the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I watched a live streamer, New York City walking tour or whatever. I watch him. I like his streams because he's always doing evening ones walking New York City. So very soon here we're going to have the Christmas lights and all that. He's going to walk around. It's like you're there, and I really appreciate what he does for that. Yeah, these legs are adjustable. These are really good workbenches I bought. They sat out in the garage for the longest time because we've had a very hot summer this year. I didn't want to mess with them until it started cooling down, and it did. Got to raise the other end. Or leave it sloped, right? Working at everything, just go down the end there. See, what other kits am I waiting to show up? I ordered the 1/16 scale Blue Max Dragster funny car kit. I've always wanted that. Found it on sale, got it. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. And I always wanted the Mercedes-Benz with the gold wings on it from Tamiya. I wanted the clear body version of that kit, so I've got that coming also. I also have the big Frankenstein coming from Saul Alvarez. I ordered that, and it's a beauty. It's about 23, 24 inches tall. So that's a biggie. I have the headless horseman Frankenstein I bought years ago. It was a pre-painted one. I want to repaint it because I don't really think that the paint job on that was that great. But I have that. So that's why I wanted the Saul Alvarez version and put them side by side. Big difference in the two. I'm a big Frankenstein fan and a big Bride of Frankenstein fan. And I have some one-to-one wall hangers I need to paint up. And they'll go back there by the sign when I get them painted. They're hanging in the other hobby room, in the other studio. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. The Saul Alvarez Frankenstein. It's a quarter scale. That's why it's so big. And something like that, you got to be patient. If you order something like that from Saul, it takes a while. Be patient, but you will get it, and you'll love it. Oh, I guess Stranger Things started last night, and big fan of that. And I haven't watched them yet, but I have them available to watch, so I'm looking forward to that. The other kit that I'm waiting to arrive is the new Aoshima Godzilla, the -1 kit that they came out with. And this is the limited edition one with the clear spines. So I'm waiting for that to arrive too. I ordered that from the Gundam Store USA. It's available still there. You can get it on sale using the discount code, which was Thanks 2025. So the Gundam USA store, you put in that discount code of Thanks 2025, and you can pretty much, I think you could probably order any kit with that code. It gives you, I think it's 20% off. Well worth it. I'm waiting for that to arrive. Another kit I received recently, and this has been all over the internet already, is this bad boy right here. Okay. So this is a new company in China that came out with this, and this is a full multimedia kit. USS Enterprise BB-39. So it's full of photo etched brass, 3D printed parts, and apparently the other kit they just came out with from this company, Yonghao is the name of the company, Yonghao. It's all 3D printed, including the hull. This hull here is ejection molded hull here. But I'm a big USS Arizona fan. It's got the wooden deck and all that stuff. It's got masks, decals. It's got turned metal parts. And you know what? I got 2 of these because I forgot I ordered one and I ordered another one. There you go. When you get into your 60s, you lose your mind a little bit. You'll forget what you order. So yeah, I got 2 of these. Maybe I can paint them in different schemes. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a giveaway with that one. That's a $400 kit. I think it's even more retail. I got it at $400, but I think they were listing it as a higher amount. So there you go. Let me raise up this other side. And what's nice about this table is I can roll it. And it's going to stay rollable, so I can move it around as necessary. So I've been trying to figure out how to mount my overhead cameras when I film. And I think I have it figured out. I definitely don't want the camera clamped to the desk, because if you do any work on the workbench, the camera's going to move too. So I can't have that. Don't worry, Mike. Don't worry about it. It's no hint. Just little advertising for Saul, because I think it's a fantastic kit. I want to get the bride too, but I gotta wait. I mean, I have several bride kits. I don't have Saul's bride kit. I have your bride kit, Mike. I remember I bought that from you. You have a big turkey day going on at your house, Mike? I used to do all the turkey days here. I used to smoke a turkey. I kind of miss smoking turkeys. I may do one for Christmas or something. All right. I think that's level. Let's see. Where's my level at? Looks like it is. All right. Yeah, that's level. Slide it back over. Okay, so that's good. That's a little better. Maybe. Yeah, I might go down low one more notch. We'll see though. I'll leave it like that to see if I really want to keep it that way. Yeah, I think that's okay. That way it gives me even more storage underneath if I need storage. I really don't want to have storage underneath because I want it to be movable. But let's see. Yeah, so I've been pretty busy. I haven't posted as much as I want to here on YouTube, on the channel, because I've been doing other things. The wife got a new bicycle, a new e-bike. The other e-bike I bought for her was too big for her. And I totally forgot that she hadn't rode a bike in years. I mean, I was riding bikes a lot after I retired from the Air Force, go to NASCAR, we ride around on our bikes. I think I had a 12 speed or I don't know, 16 speed bike, and beat it up quite a bit riding around NASCAR, you know, kind of partake in a few adult beverages and ride around, visit friends, fall off the bike a few times. Don't hurt nothing, of course, just kind of having fun, you know, being the party animal back in the day, because I used to do that twice a year. I used to do the spring and the fall race at PIR, Phoenix International Raceway. So those days are over. I don't do that anymore. It's a lot of fun. I miss it in ways, and some ways I don't miss, because when you're camping out there, there's a lot of noises. It's hard to get a good night's sleep. Everybody's burning crap wood. That affects your sinuses. Yeah, if you have allergies, you really feel it. But I mean, it's camping. It's fun. The fun part about camping is being with friends, playing games, doing some cornhole or some horseshoes, riding our bikes. And I didn't have e-bike back then. I got the e-bikes now. So I totally forgot my wife didn't ride a bike back then. I thought she did. And then so I got her this new e-bike. It's a big one. And she had problems with it. You had to shift gears. It's 8-speed, I believe. Shimano 8-speed shifting. It's really nice. And she didn't know how to work it. And then, of course, also using the pedal assist and the motor. It was just too much for her. So I bought her a different e-bike by the same company. It's smaller. You don't shift gears. It still has the motor on it. Has pedal assist. It's a color that she likes. and she's happy. So that's gonna be good for her. So she has a new bike. We just built that yesterday. Got it on sale. Electric has their Black Friday sales going on. Get a great deal on their e-bikes. I like electric, not electric, but electric with an L. They're based out of Phoenix. All their bikes are UL rated. And that, for me, that's important. That's safety right there. Electronics need to be UL rated in the US. You have no idea if the stuff coming from, I mean, this bike, most of the components do come from China, but their batteries and electronics are all UL rated. Some of the other e-bikes out there, you don't know. They don't advertise the UL rating, the safety rating for their electronics. And I'd hate to have a lithium battery catch on fire in my garage or in my house, if wherever you decide to keep your bikes. So that's important to me to have the safety UL rating. And they have good support, good customer support. I haven't had any problems whatsoever getting stuff from them. They're very high quality bikes. Yeah, my daughter's gonna have hers about 3 o'clock local here. My wife's working. She's a nurse, so she's not a floor nurse anymore. She's a RN, but she's a case manager. So they got her working today. She's worked a lot of them. I remember one year for Thanksgiving, she was working, so I had both my daughters here, and they were younger, and I put was like a turkey roast in the crock pot with all the stuff in there, and we went to the movies. We went to the local movie theater, and while we were there, the news people were there, and I got interviewed on the news. So I had my little 2 minutes of fame that year. I was on national local news, the local news station, for Thanksgiving. They asked me, what I was doing for Thanksgiving and what was going on.